Paul, I've told this story many times, but you've never been on the stream before.
Yeah.
WCG 2009. Cadred.
Beyond the game. Yeah.
Oh, he's singing. Please, Paul.
We did it.
Please do it, Paul. No joke. Right.
What's your favorite Christmas song, Paul?
Yeah. Christmas songs right now.
Game.
Right, but do you remember the Taiwanese flags on the Cadred website? Remember that?
The what?
When we used Taiwanese flags on the Cadred
Oh,
website.
God.
Yeah.
I'd totally forgotten about. Didn't we use the wrong ones?
Well, no, I think it was just because we used Taiwan instead of glorious Democratic Republic of China, and then that fucking dude in the uniform came over.
Yeah, that wasn't good. Yeah, that wasn't. I thought I was going to a bad place, like a 1 year holiday camp, and I did get a bit worried for a moment.
Oh, that was a rough one.
Yeah,
it must have been 2009 Chengdu. Yeah,
Chengdu. Yeah. That was the event. I've never told this story publicly, so I might get into trouble for this, but whatever. Fuck it.
Go on.
So I don't know whether you know this, but Quad V, the company I ran back then for broadcasting, and we had the contract with Samsung to do WCG every year. Right. And I think we did 2007, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I think it was quite a long contract with them. And in 2009, they said to us, it's going to be China. You're going to need to get everyone vetted. You're going to get invite letters and what have you, and not many people have been to China at that point. And one of our guys, Ollie, worked for the Ministry of Defence, so he couldn't go. They basically blocked his visa; they just wouldn't let him go. So he stayed home and he sorted all of the stuff out and he organised the freight and everything else. And we shipped out, probably like 150 kilos, not that much by today's standards for big, esports events, but big for us at the time. It was a huge thing. And it went out on KLM, so I had to go through Amsterdam, and it would end up in Chengdu. And we sent it out 3 days before we all flew out, so there was plenty of time for it to get there. Anyway, we land in China on the Tuesday evening, and the event starts on the Thursday or Wednesday or something. No freight. It just hasn't arrived. And we're like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, what we're going to do? So Ian Cole, who now, I think he still works for Twitch, he ran off and got loads of stuff, and we managed to cobble together enough stuff to just produce some form of stream. It was really basic, but it was fine. Meanwhile, we then went to the airport the following day to figure out where the bloody hell it was, because it had got through. It had been left on the tarmac in Amsterdam, and they'd eventually found it and forwarded it onto Chengdu. But now it was stuck in customs. So the shortened version of this is pretty hilarious in itself. But we basically had to bribe a Chinese customs official to get it out of customs. Right?
That's crazy.
So that was pretty risky, but we did that and we got it out, and we did the event, and WCG were
Good
happy,
job,
and
good job in the bribery. I like it.
Yeah,
I like
bribery,
it.
it's all good, right? So, but here's the funniest thing, right?
Getting it home is the fun part.
Yeah, we take the freight back to the customs, and they're like, "There's no record of it. It's still inside. Like we've never released it." So now we've got to bribe them to put it back in. Are you fucking kidding me? So now I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck is going on here. So anyway, so we bribed them to get it back into the crate. Anyway, a week later, it doesn't turn up, and Ollie says to me that Ollie's the Oliver Aldridge is the guy that can't go because he had to stay home, and he says the freight hasn't turned up. We've lost it. It just hasn't come back. So
Did it ever come back?
Well, again, so shortened version of the story, we basically put in an insurance claim because we'd lost it, and we lost a lot of money on it because we weren't fully insured at the time. So we got, I think, like 50 grand, and it was worth about 150 grand worth. So we were really screwed. And then 6 weeks later, it all turned up.
Yeah, super delayed.
What the hell? So yeah, it was just what do you do in that situation? Like, we had to do the event. But,
I mean, you had some fucking
Wild
rough...
West days, mate. Wild West days.
Mate, you've had some rough experiences in China. You remember when you got sick off that fucking...
You gave that 50 grand back,
Brazilian
right?
barbecue or something.
That wants to know if you gave the 50 grand back. They're just curious.
No, we got to keep it. We told the insurance company it all turned up, and they were like, no, it's fine. We've paid out now.
Sweet. Sound.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
So just about covered the bribes, probably.
Not insurance. You almost covered the bribes, yeah.
Almost covered the bribe. Nearly broke even on that adventure.
We nearly got paid.
Yeah.
I did the same. Similar thing happened to me with my insurance company. My car got stolen.
I was going to say, Scoots has probably got tons of these kind of stories from the early days.
China doing the Olympics.
Bandwidth
China,
costs and losing
it's
freight.
Just bribery central. But no, in the sense of the insurance, I had the same thing happen with my insurance company. I had a car stolen. Then I went and bought a new. They paid me out of it because the car hadn't been found. So I went and spent that money on a new car. And like 3 days later, they found my car.
Yeah.
And the insurance company's like, "Nah, we'll just keep the car. You keep the money and do whatever you want." Yeah. So
that's how it works in insurance because it's all underwritten, so it gets paid, and then if it turns up, it turns up.
Wicked,
like you know.
Yeah. Once they decide to pay you out, it doesn't matter what happens to it. It's done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I guess getting paid out to you, but right.
I let you off once before, but you still got the nerve to come back here and make trouble again. Eh?
Say, children, what does it all mean?